Hello and welcome to another gameplay video featuring On Deck Baseball. Today we're going back old school and we're going to be playing out my CBA with the original version of On Deck Baseball. I've been so tied up with things with the On Deck Baseball Pro Edition, haven't had a chance to dive back into my fictional universe in some time, and I'm really excited about being able to do that today. Today we're going to have a matchup between the New York Knights and the Detroit Drillers. The New York Knights are having a much better season than the Drillers, as they are in second place with a record of 24-20 behind the first place Gators, 3.5 games back. On the mound for the Knights we have Rudy Yates. Rudy Yates has a record of 4-3, a 1.96 ERA, and a .90 WHIP. So he's been pitching pretty good, just not getting all the run support that you would hope for a pitcher with that kind of statistics. On the offensive side, Richard Callahan has been injured for quite some time and he is still out, so they will not have him at first base. They will have Summers at first base. Summers has hitting .375 since being called up, so he's been doing pretty good. 4 RBIs, 5 runs scored. And then they also have George Gabriel, their typical right fielder. He's out, but I believe he will be back after this game, and taking his spot will be Figueroa, who's batting .391. So the replacements are doing pretty well, subbing in for the injured players. They also have Millard McClure, who was acquired at the trade deadline from the Phantoms, and McClure, since being brought over by from the Phantoms, is hitting .471 in 17 at-bats, so he's done very well for the Knights. For the Drillers, a little bit of a disappointing season. They are in last place in the West, 17-27 record, far below the league division leading Wolves, who have 25 wins. And on the mound for the Drillers, we'll have Hector Martinez. Martinez has a record of 2-4, a 3.97 ERA, a 1.36 WHIP. Been a rough season for him as well. The only bright spot really on their pitching staff has been Alvarez, who has a record of 5-3, a 2.84 ERA. He pitched a complete game victory last game of this series. So we have our two starting pitchers here, Yates and Martinez. We're going to go ahead and switch them up. You can see that I have my books already set up with the lineup, so all I got to do is flip the pages and check the results on the matrix for each player. And we are ready to go, as the Knights will be starting it up. We're going to go ahead and move this up a little bit. As usual, I do have my little grid here to help me out with the pitchers, so I could just keep them on their backs. Don't have to worry about flipping the cards constantly over. Martinez is much better against right-handed batters, a -5, as Yates is a -4, so he's not bad either. All right, we're going to go ahead and get things started. First at bat is going to be Tommy Alcova for the Knights. Alcova, 282 batter. He's got 8 stolen bases, has scored 30 runs, and we are through 44 games in the season, so that's not bad. All right, so we have a righty versus righty. It's going to be -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. And a 3-3 is going to be a strikeout. So Martinez gets Alcova to strike out for the first batter of the game. And here's McClure. As I mentioned, he was acquired at the trade deadline from the Phantoms. He is a right-handed batter. It's going to be -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-3 is a ground out going to third base. 5-3. Valenzuela now stepping up, the catcher for the Knights. He's having a pretty decent season as well. 282 hitter. He's got 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. He is, I believe, 3rd on the team in RBIs. So not a bad season for him. Right-handed batter, -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card again. So Martinez is in control so far in this game. Another ground out going to second base. And that is going to bring up the Drillers. And Sergio Perez leading off against Rudy Yates. Perez, not as good a leadoff hitter as Alcova, but he is batting .277. He's got a .342 on base percentage. scored 27 runs, stole 8 bases. So he's not having a bad season for him either. He is a right-handed batter against a right-handed pitcher. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a batter's card, or first batter's card of the game. 7-6 is a possible error. So we're going to go ahead and roll again on the batter's matrix. See what that possible error, and it returns a 10-10. So we have a possible home run. And we're going to see where that ball gets hit to using the fly out column, and it gets hit to center field. Center field is Lyle Good. We're going to go ahead and find Lyle Good's card, flip it over. We're going to be using the primary position on the field and errors, and if it's a happy face, he just robbed Perez of a home run. It looks like we got a 50-50 shot here. Roll one die, we roll a 1, and he does. He robs Perez of a home run at the fence in center field, and that will go down as a fly out to center. That's going to bring up Dave Schultz. Schultzy, as I like to call him. Schultz, he's batting .293, no home runs. He's got 2 stolen bases, a caught stealing, but he has 21 RBIs and 24 runs scored. So he's having a pretty good year. He bats lefty. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a 4, so that's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-1 is a ground out. Ground out to second base. Bringing up Bob McPherson, second baseman for the Drillers. McPherson, a .228 hitter, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs, not having the greatest season. It's going to be -1 on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card. 9-6 is going to get him on base. That's going to be a base hit. And that is going to bring up the much feared Mark Haggerty. Haggerty having a great season so far. He's got 10 home runs, and that's going to be 3 home runs in the past 3 games. That's right, he has a 3-game consecutive streak hitting home runs. And he is a left-handed batter. It's going to be a +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for the 301 hitter. 3-3, though, is going to be a strikeout. So Yates gets the big guy to strike out to end the inning. And we are going to be moving along to the top of the second now with the Knights. Martinez still on the mound, and Joe Garland stepping up to the plate. Garland having a pretty good year, .278 hitter, 7 home runs. He leads the team in home runs. Leads the team in home runs and RBIs, I believe. 29 RBIs on the season so far. Left-handed batter, it's going to be +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Garland. 8-5 is a ground out. So ground out goes to first base as Haggerty takes it himself. And we're going to have Figueroa up now. Figueroa, as I said, is playing in right field for the injured George Gabriel. He is a righty. It's going to be -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-1 is a strikeout. Martinez has gotten out the first 5 batters of the game, and that's going to bring up Anthony Summers, who's playing first base for the injured Callahan. Summers, a right-handed batter. It's going to be -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-3 is a line out, and that line out is going to go to shortstop, and that is 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings. We get to roll on Martinez's poise and see if he gets to go up. So after 2 consecutive innings, we have a chance to increase his ability. We're going to roll on that happy face column. We roll a 2, and he does. So he is now a 4-6, as he is firmly in control here. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second with Martin Reed leading off against Rudy Yates. Martin Reed having a pretty decent season. He's got 9 bombs, 19 RBIs, only batting .239 though. Switch hitter, he'll be batting lefty. It's going to be a -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-1 is a ground out. Ground out will go to second base. And I'll bring up the catcher, Rico Morales. Morales having a very good year for the Drillers. 7 home runs, 19 RBIs, batting .324. Not a bad season at all for the backstop. He is a right-handed batter. It's going to be -1. Pitcher's card. 8-1 is a ground out to the catcher. So his counterpart Valenzuela will jump out, shoot it over to first for the second out of the game, or the inning. That's going to bring up Austin Collins. Austin Collins was brought up from their minor league system to play some outfield. He's got 4 home runs. He's batting .254 for the left fielder. Left-handed batter is going to be equal on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. And 8-4 is a ground out to second base. So nothing going for either of these teams so far through 2 innings. And Martinez back out to the mound, firmly in control here. That's going to bring up John Rowe, the shortstop for the Knights. He's a .256 hitter. He's got 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. And he's going to be a -2 now that Martinez got that increase. It's going to be a batter's card, though. 8-1 is a ground out. Just shortstop, 6-3. That's going to bring up David Tucker. Tucker, the DH. They got a speedy DH in the lineup. Tucker having not a great season, a 189 hitter. He does have 6 stolen bases and 9 attempts, so he's utilized mainly as a pinch runner, getting the start out here at the DH position. So he's a switch hitter. He will be batting left. It's going to be a -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-5 is a ground out to shortstop, 6-3, as Melendez, the shortstop for the Drillers, makes the first 2 outs of the inning. Going to bring up Lyle Good, who robbed Sergio Perez of a home run. He is a right-handed batter. It's going to be -4. That's going to be a pitcher's card. And a 7-2 is a ground out. Martinez will get 3 consecutive 1-2-3 innings, as that ground ball goes to shortstop as well. And 3 consecutive innings means he gets an automatic increase. He is now a 5-7. That is a -5 against left-handed batters and a -7 against right-handed batters. Back over to the bottom of the third with Michael Nelson leading off for the Drillers. Nelson, the right-handed batter, will be -1. It's going to be a pitcher's card for Yates. 7-3 is a ground out. Shortstop's getting a lot of work the last couple outs. And here's Melendez. Switch hitter, be equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-4 is a pop-out. And that pop-out goes to the pitcher, as Yates will grab it. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, Sergio Perez, who got robbed of a home run in the bottom of the first. Perez, a right-handed batter. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a batter's card. 8-4 is a pop-out as well. So each pitcher is doing quite well so far to start off the game. That pop-out goes to third base. And we go back over to the top of the lineup in the top of the fourth. Tommy Alcova trying to get things started here for the Knights. Right-handed batter, he is now a -4. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-2 is a ground out. Third base, 5-3. Millard McClure trying to get the first hit here for the Knights. Righty versus righty is going to be -3. That's going to be a 6, which is still a batter's card. 10-7, looks like we got our first base hit here. 7 is a base hit, a single to left field, as we have the first hit of the game for the Knights. Valenzuela coming up as the no-hitter is kissed goodbye. It's going to be a -4. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 2-1 is a strikeout. Bringing up Garland. He is a left-handed batter. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-3 is a ground out. That's going to do it for the Knights, as that ground ball goes to first. Again, Haggerty taking it himself. And we'll go over to the bottom of the fourth now. Schultze leading off. +1. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-5 is a base hit. Schultze is aboard with nobody out. Let's see. Schultze has a 2 jump against a 2 hold. Valenzuela arm is a 2. I think we're going to try and get him in scoring position. So it's a 2 jump against a 2 hold, a confrontation roll with no advantage. We'll roll, and he does not get the jump. That's going to bring up McPherson, nobody out, man on first. It's going to be a -1. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-5 is a flyout to right field. Here comes the big man with a man on base, Mark Haggerty. He is 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning to end the inning. It's going to be a +2 on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Haggerty. 10-3 is a ground ball, though. We have a possible double play. That ground ball is going to go to the shortstop. Shortstop row is a 5 on Schultz. Need a 6. Do not get it. He's out at second. 6-4, and the second baseman, Alcova, is a 5 as well. Great defense here for the Knights, and Haggerty's already out. 6-4-3 for the final out of the bottom of the 4th. And that is going to bring up Figueroa for the Knights, as the Knights got their first hit of the game last inning. See if they can continue and put some runs up on the board in support of Yates. Martinez is still increased here as a 5-7, and he is going to be a -4, so that's going to be a pitcher's card easily. And an 8-4 is a walk, so only the second base runner to reach, as Figueroa leads off the top of the 5th with a walk. Bringing up Anthony Summers. Summers 0 for 1, lined out to short his first at-bat. -4, that's going to be a batter's card for Summers. 5-4 is a flyout, so Summers not having anything going on here as he flies out to left. It's going to bring up John Rowe. Started off an inning double play in the last half. He is a righty, so it's going to be -3. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Martinez. 4-1 is a strikeout, second inning out of the inning, and I'll bring up David Tucker. Tucker, switch hitter, it's going to be -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-4 is a flyout to center field. So the Knights get only their second base run of the game, but still can't get any runs aboard or on the board. And that's going to bring it down to the bottom of the 5th now. Martin Reed coming up against Rudy Yates. Reed a switch hitter. It's going to be +1. Be a pitcher's card. 8-3 is a possible error. We're going to roll on that same matrix for the pitcher. 9-2 is a ground ball. The ground ball goes to shortstop, which is Rowe. Let's see if Rowe can make the play here. We're going to roll it on his primary position error chart here. He's got a 50-50 shot of making the play. A 9, he does. So Rowe, that 5 defense, really solid as he gets the comebacker and will take it and throw it over to first for the first out of the bottom of the 5th. Now we'll bring up Rico Morales. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to the catcher. -1 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-7 is a ground out. That ground out will go to third base again, so 5-3 for the second out of the inning. And here comes Austin Collins, 0 for 1, grounded out to second. It's going to be equal. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-2 is a flyout to center. So both pitchers dealing so far in this game. But we have hit the 5th inning, and both these pitchers have a stamina of 5, although Martinez has a much better combination, 5-5, 5 stamina, 5 endurance. We're going to have to roll on his first column, see if he goes down in ability. He does not, as he rolls a no change. And he'll be up against Lyle Good, 0 for 1, grounded out to short to end the 3rd inning. -5. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-1 is a strikeout as Martinez continues his phenomenal start here against the Knights. Alcova, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. It's a -4 on this roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-3 is another strikeout. Martinez mowing him down here in the 6th. Miller and McClure, 1 for 2. Got the first hit for the Knights. It's going to be a -3. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-6 is a flyout to left field. And that's going to bring up the Drillers here in the bottom of the 6th. No score still. Michael Nelson will be leading off. We do need to roll on the fatigue chart for Yates. Remember, his combination is not as good. He's a 5 stamina, 1 endurance. So you can tell the difference here in the row, in the column, sorry. Roll 1 die, we roll a 7, and that is a -2. That is going to hurt. He is now a 1-2. A 1 against left-handed batters and a 2 against right-handed batters. And against this potent Drillers offense, that is not good. Luckily, he's starting off against the number 8 batter in the lineup. +1 now on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Nelson. 9-8 is a base hit. Nelson is aboard. First batter of the inning, bringing up Melendez. Melendez now is a +2. That's going to be a batter's card for Melendez. 7-5 is a line out. Might be able to get the double up here. A line out too short, so they do not get a double up. 1 away. Top of the order coming up. Sergio Perez. +1 now. It's going to be a pitcher's card. And a 9-8 is a double. Nelson, though, is same speed. He's going to be stuck at third, so it's second and third now with 1 away. And Dave Schultz coming up. He is a left-handed batter. It's going to be +3. That's going to go up to a batter's card. Can Schultz come through? 8-2 is a flyout. Got a chance at a tag here. Flyout goes to right field. The right fielder's arm. Figueroa is a 1. And they are going to have him score, holding the runner at second. And that is a sac fly for Schultz. And the first run of the game as the Drillers take a 1-0 lead. Now we have 2 away. Man on second. Bob McPherson coming up. Right-handed batter. It's going to be +1. That is a batter's card for McPherson. 7-3 is a flyout. Flyout goes to left. Yates most likely coming out next inning, but we'll worry about that when we get there. And Hector Martinez now will be rolling on his second column here. We roll a 6. No change again. Martinez having one of his best performances of the season here. And Valenzuela will be leading off. Valenzuela, right-handed batter. It's going to be -4. That's going to be pitcher's card. 7-2 is a flyout to left field. Joe Garland now up. Left-handed batter. It's going to be equal on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Garland. Can he tie it up with 1 swing of the bat? We roll an 8-1. It does not look that way as it's a flyout to right field. Now we have Figueroa coming up to the plate, a -4 on the roll here. That's going to go all the way down to a pitcher's card. 8-9, though, is a double. Figueroa reaching second base, gets himself in scoring position as the tie-in run. And we're going to have Anthony Summers coming up, seeing if he can knock that run in. -4 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card, though. 10-8 is a possible home run, a -4. Summers is only a 2, so that's going to be a -2 advantage to the pitcher on a confrontation roll. 6 and above will be a home run to take the lead. And it is not. That is owed to a flyout to center field. And now we'll do it in the top of the 7th for the Knights. And going to the bottom of the 6th now, Yates is going to get pulled. 6 innings of 1-run ball. Not a bad start for Yates. We're going to have to see who can come in for a couple innings at least. have Bowen. Looks like Bowen's going to get the call. Bowen can go 3 innings here if needed. He is a left-handed pitcher. 3-2. And we're going to have Haggerty leading off. The left-handed batter, one of the reasons why I went with a left-handed pitcher. And it is going to be a +1 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-7 is a flyout. So that flyout will go to left field. Haggerty now 0 for 3 in the game. Martin Reed coming up to the plate. Switch hitter. He'll be batting righty. It's going to be a +1. That's going to be a batter's card for Reed. 9-4 is a flyout. Flyout goes to center. Rico Morales, 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. He is a right-handed batter. It's going to be +2. That's going to be a batter's card for Morales. 10-9, home run. Rico Morales connects as the Drillers take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 7th on a Rico Morales blast. That is, I believe, that is his 8th home run of the season. Austin Collins now coming up. Left-handed batter is going to be -1, a pitcher's card. 6-5 is a pop-out. That will do it here in the bottom of the 7th, but the damage is done as Morales connects for a home run to put the Drillers up 2-0 in support of this fantastic outing that Hector Martinez is having. We do need to roll on his next column, 3 innings above. Roll 1 die. We roll a 5, and that is a -1, so he is down to a 4-6, still exceeding his typical numbers. Rowe will be leading off. Righty versus righty. It's going to be -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-1 is a ground ball to shortstop. 6-3. David Tucker now up. Switch hitter here. Be batting lefty, so it's going to be a -1. That pitcher's card. 7-3 is another ground ball to shortstop again. 6-3. Melendez getting some work over there in short for the Drillers. Lyle Good now coming up, a right-handed batter. -4 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. Excuse me. 10-6 though is a base hit, so Lyle Good reaches with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th as the Knights trying to get some runs on the board. That's going to bring up Alcova 0 for 3 with 2 Ks so far in the game. -3. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-2 is a flyout. Martinez gets out of it as Alcova flies out to right. Bowen still pitching here for the Knights as Michael Nelson will be leading off. Nelson, a right-handed batter against the lefty. Be a +1 on a roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Nelson. 2-1 is a strikeout. First out of the bottom of the 8th. Bringing up Melendez, who's been getting a ton of work out there at short on defense. Switch hitter. Be an equal roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Melendez. Melendez, 10-4 is a walk. And we have a man on here in the bottom of the 8th. Melendez, a .292 hitter, so he's actually having a pretty good season on the offensive side. That's going to bring up Sergio Perez. He got a double in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. And he's a right-handed batter. It's going to be +2. That's going to be a batter's card for Perez. 8-1 is a flyout to center field. I'll bring up Schultze. Lost my pitcher. Schultze, 1 for 2, had a sacrifice in the 6th, which brought in the first run of the game and gave the Drillers their initial lead. And he is a lefty, so it's going to be a -1. That's going to be a batter's card for Schultze. 9-9 is a single. Melendez going to move up to second. And we have first and second, two away. Bob McPherson coming up as the Drillers threaten again. McPherson 1 for 3 so far in the game. It's going to be righty versus lefty, +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for McPherson. 10-2 is a flyout to center field as Bowen gets out of trouble. And we're going to go down to the top of the ninth now. Are we going to try for a complete game? It would be the second complete game in a row for the Drillers, as Martinez has been just pitching fantastically in this game. He is still up, so I think we are going to go for the complete game. We're rolling on his number 4 inning column. We roll a 7, which is no change. Not good news for the Knights. Millard McClure has 1 hit so far. He's 1 for 3. That's 1 of 3 hits for the Knights against Martinez thus far. McClure is a righty. It's going to be a -2 on the roll. That is going to be a pitcher's card. 9-3 is a ground out to shortstop. Valenzuela now coming to the plate with 1 away as the Knights are running out of outs. Valenzuela righty, it's going to be -3. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-3 is a ground out to third base, 5-3. And the Knights are down to their last out, down 2 runs to none. Here in the top of the ninth, Joe Garland coming up. Left-handed batter, it's going to be a +1 on the roll. It is going to be a pitcher's card. 8-6 is a flyout. Garland will end the game flying out to right field as the Drillers take this one 2-0. Martinez going to be your player of the game as he will get the complete game win, complete game shutout. Going 9 innings, only giving up 3 hits, no runs, walking just 1 while striking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Knights batters and facing 31. For the Knights, the loss is going to go to Yates. Bowen will get a no decision. Yates wins 6 innings, giving up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 1 run, walking none, striking out 1 batter while facing 21 batters. Bowen gave up that home run to Morales. He went 2 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, walking 1, struck out 1, and faced 9 batters. So that will do it for the game. Hector Martinez, quite a phenomenal outing here. Second complete game in a row now for the Drillers, as the Drillers are trying to make a little comeback here. As I mentioned at the beginning of the game, they are in last place. So it's going to take a little bit for them to catch up out west. The Wolves are really on fire as they have separated themselves by quite a bit. We'll go ahead and do our fatigue charts here, which is our pitcher rest. As the Knights lose 2-0. This is how I organize my books. I got the records in the front. I also have a league book where I keep the records. And we'll knock off 1 game for all of the pitchers who did not pitch in this game. Peralta comes back. Yates pitched 6 innings, that's a -2 already. 1 for the appearance, goes up to -3, and he had a -2 during the game, so that's 5 days of rest he's going to need. Bowen did not pitch 3 innings, so he'll only get the appearance. And we'll pop this one into the back of the book. Do our statistics later. And we'll go over to the drillers now. Drillers pick up that victory 2-0. Go over to their pitcher rest. Knock off everybody who did not pitch in that game. And we've got a new one here. Going to add Martinez to the top. Martinez will go in the book needing, let's see, he gets -3 for the innings since he pitched all 9 innings. That's -3, 1 for the appearance, -4, and he did pick up, well, he doesn't get that because he had +1 twice and then a -1. So added to that, he will only go in as a -2. So Martinez looking good on fatigue here. And that will do it here in my CBA. Nice pitchers duel there. If you have any questions or comments about the game, this is the original On Deck Baseball, the fictional universe. Please leave any questions or comments below. And thank you for joining me. As always, if you could, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. It always helps these videos reach an audience. So I do appreciate you. Thank you for coming and joining this game with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.